Okay, in this video, we're going to take a look at some useful tips for teachers for getting started with Google Classroom. So to find Google Classroom, you can find it in your waffle. Scroll down until you find it. There it is right here. You can click there, or like any other one in G Suite, you type the name of it. So classroom.google.com. And it takes you to your Google Classroom. So if you've never ever used Google Classroom, this page is going to be blank. This shows you all the classrooms that you are either a member of or you are the teacher. So in this case here, this is one here. If you see someone's name right there, then that means that person is the teacher. And if it tells you a number of students, then those are the ones that you are the teacher of. So how to go ahead and create your first classroom. We're going to go up here to the plus button right here, and then we're going to hit create class. Okay, and again, there's some new privacy things coming up with Google, so you're going to have to agree to all this stuff here. And when you get to this pop-up, you're then going to give the class a name. So we'll call this. And then the section subject room number is completely optional. Only the name of the class is required. It's totally up to you. Then click create. It'll take a second to create. Okay, so first time you're using Classroom, it's going to be giving you all these little pop-ups here to kind of teach you how to do it. So I'm going to close that down. There we go. So well, the first thing you want to do is to get students into your classroom, to invite them. So there's a couple ways to do it. To do so, before we even get into that, let's talk about the 4 tabs we have here. You have the stream, which is this page right here, which is everything that gets posted in Classroom gets posted in the stream, and the older posts get pushed down to the bottom. Think of it like an old Facebook feed, the way it used to be. The older posts are down toward the bottom. Classwork is where you actually assign. You create content and you assign assignments to students. People, this is where you see who are the teachers of the class, and then who are the students, and you can do different settings for the students, etc. The grades is another one if you want to use the grader. This is actually a relatively new feature, but we're going to go ahead and focus here on how to invite students. So to do so, you have to go to people, and there's a couple ways to do it. Okay, one way to do it, which is probably a little bit more labor intensive, is to invite students by email. So you click this button here, the invite students button, and you would type in their email, and then it would send them an invite. They click on the invite and they're in your classroom. That's one way to do it. That takes a long time to put all these people's emails in there. Okay, another way to do it, the probably easiest way, is to invite students through the class code. So every Google Classroom has its own unique code that you could actually reset as many times as you need. But so to show them the code, again, this is kind of hard. You can write this on your whiteboard so they can see it. Probably the easiest way to show kids the code. So what the kids would do, just like you did when you created your classroom. So let's go ahead and rewind for a second. I'm going to go back to my classes here. So a student would click on the plus button here, and they would go to join class, and then they would enter in your code. Okay, so we're going to go back here. So the students would be going to enter the code. To show them the code, the easiest way is to go to your settings button here. You'll scroll down here, you'll see the class code. If you hit the little arrow here, you go to display, and it shows up on the screen. You can even go full screen, so it's even easier for them to see. And once all the kids have typed it in there, you can go ahead and close that down. And as kids start adding your class, their names will populate here where it says students. You can also add people to be co-teachers. Again, you are the original teacher. You're the only one who can actually archive the class, but you can give other teachers permission to assign work to students and interact with students within Google Classroom. So to do so, just like you would invite a student, you can invite a teacher through email by typing in their name or email right there. Next thing let's go ahead and go back to the stream. Now the stream is a place where you're probably going to, as a teacher, you're just going to be using the stream for posting announcements. This is not where you would post an assignment. The assignment will show up here, but this is where you just want to do a quick announcement. You want to just give everyone a quick link or a quick reminder. This is what you do in the stream. So you may just type in here, don't forget to study for tomorrow's test. Again, you can put attachments from Google Drive from your computer. You can throw a quick YouTube video or a link to another website on here. Whatever you want to just do a quick announcement or a quick share with students. You click post, and it shows up right there. Pretty simple. Next thing we're going to take a look at is the classwork. So classwork, this is where you actually, as it says here, assign work to your class. So when I click on the create button, we have this menu. If you have an assignment, a quiz assignment, a question, a material, or you can reuse an old post, and you have topic here. So a lot of different options here. So when I click on assignment, when I want to if I want to collect work from students through Classroom, I would choose an assignment. So I may call this, let's call this the Great Depression essay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and assign this. I can change my due date right here. I could say right here, that's the due date, and I want to give it a topic. It's a good idea to have a topic to organize your assignments. So if I create topic, this is going to be from my Great Depression unit. Click out of it, and when I hit assign, there it is. So what's going to happen when I open it up, again, based on the number of kids that are in the class, you'll see the number. Originally, it's just going to say that none's turned in. They're all going to be assigned. That means they haven't turned it in yet. As kids turn them in, these numbers change. And when I view the assignment, in this case, if we had students in here, every kid's version of this assignment would be in there. So we're going to go back here to the classwork. Okay, we have the quiz assignment, in which I can put a quiz in Google Forms. It creates the form for me where kids are going to go ahead and take a quiz through Google Classroom. We can also do a question. This is think of like an online message board where, again, I have I can pose a question. Let's see. And I can give it a point value, give it a due date. Let's say I want to make this part of my Great Depression lesson or my unit. I can choose this short answer, multiple choice. I'll choose short answer for this one. And I can do it where students can reply to each other, so it can be like an online message board. So you could do something like students to post your answer and respond to 3 other classmates. So a very useful way to get kids interacting with each other in Google Classroom. If I click ask, then that becomes a question here. And the kids, when they open up, they'll see in their stream, they'll see this question here. They click on it and they can respond to it, and they can see all their classmates' responses and respond to their classmates. Okay, another thing here in the classwork would be material. Now, materials, think of, you just want to share a link to something, a resource, and you just want them to view it, to use it as a tool. So you could say, we can call this Great Depression video. So maybe this is a YouTube video I want them to refer to. So I can search for a Great Depression video. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to keep that as part of my Great Depression topic there. Now, if you notice here, these are all under the Great Depression here. If I wanted to start a new unit, let's say we're done with the Great Depression and we're going to move on to World War II, I can go here to create and hit topic, and I can make one for World War II. And I'll show you what that looks like. So let's say I create an assignment, we'll call this the Hitler essay. Go to topic here, I'll select World War II, click assign, and you'll see how it's grouped differently. So the Great Depression assignments don't get mixed up now with my World War II assignments, and I can even drag these up and keep them and put them in different order to help me kind of organize my classwork. It's a very good tool for for teachers. The last thing I'll show you how to do is to do a reuse post. So let's say, you know what, you like this why is water wet question right here, and you want to do it again, but you don't want to have to reinvent the wheel and repost it. So all you got to do is go to create, go to reuse post. Okay, select this class. So I want to reuse this one here. Why is water wet? So it's gonna kind of make a copy of it for me. And let's say I want to use this same one here, but I want to use it in my World War II unit. Click ask. And now I have successfully recycled one of my old assignments. So that does save you some time.